Okay, here we go.
This is so funny. Also send it to Scrimpy because he will find it funny.
And of course, right now Minecraft books out.
And of course, right now I get a request of, hey, want to join the stream? BitConnect.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Let me just message that to Pixel because I think he will understand. Maybe.
All right. Let me quickly see how much dirt there was left.
Twitch notification.
Not much. Actually,
That is so fucking funny. No.
here we go. Going to put on my random chest plate.
Yeah.
We'll fix that up. Can fix up with slabs.
I see an elf I want to add in my elf deck.
You have almost every elf in the game now, so I don't think you will need a few more elves. Although the power creep exists a little bit since recently. But yeah, that's what happens when you release a modern set.
Indeed.
Honestly, the new set is mostly knights.
Knights, you say?
Mhm. Yeah, if you ever want to make Knight Tribal, this is the ideal set.
Alright. Wait, this too long straight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nutella chocolate milk. I've seen this. I do not agree. But okay.
And we'll just fill this in real quick. Connect to the other half. Spam some torches just to be safe. And do I want to make the plateau already here, or do you want to make it even higher?
Once upon a time, if the spell is in your if the spell is the first spell you've cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Are you guys both playing Magic Arena right now, or?
What the fuck? No, I'm looking at
No, we're
spoilers.
checking the spoiler list for the new upcoming set.
Okay.
This is weird.
I mean, they're doing some weird stuff. I think Dave is now reading the new free spell, and in Magic history, spells that could be cast for free always had a tendency to be slightly tot seriously overpowered.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Indeed. Meanwhile, my neighbor's dog is just being a fucking bitch.
Well, is it
Hey,
male or
if it's
female?
if it's a female dog, it can be excused. So
No, I hate it.
Alright. Something like this, probably.
Oh yeah, right. This. Fucking enchantments. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random. Create when and right creature tokens with those characteristics. Either a 3/1 human warrior with trample and haste, a 2/1 warrior cleric with lifelink and haste, or a 1/2 human rogue with haste, and when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target.
nice.
No. I fucking refuse.
Dave,
Yes.
you know why there's so much artifact and enchantment synergy in this set, right? The reason why is because the set after this is the return to Terros.
I know.
So we're going back to having a lot of enchantments and artifacts in standard.
Yes.
Oh
I know.
no.
This is going to be a really good day for me. So I can just be like, ha, you are now all screwed. Since
It's
I play
actually
artifact
kinda insane.
since I play enchantment and artifact removal.
Okay, I hope this looks right. I'll check in a second.
Well, this is kinda insane to think, but this will probably be one of the slowest, most control-like standard formats in a long time, because in the standard formats we now have a set completely dedicated to planeswalkers, and we're going to have one completely dedicated around enchantments. The two things that tend to stick a long time on the board, so
Does the shape of the hill look right, or is it wrong?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm making a small hill slash mountain on Minecraft. I'm not sure if it's the right shape or is it like natural enough. Probably have to add something over there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
looks pretty natural to me.
Okay, I'm not sure if I want to go higher or just stop it off. I'm
Higher. And he's flying higher.
probably do like just one more level. I think after this it will definitely be big enough and high enough. And I need more dirt. Like always. Because dirt is the most rare resource in the whole of Minecraft.
Well done. This is funny. Scrimpy.
Mm-hmm.
This is not exactly a Magic the Gathering spoiler, but it is fucking funny.
Wow. I do have to admit it's well found.
It's funny as hell.
It's quite funny, I have to admit. You do need to have knowledge about the game though, otherwise it's...
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I hope that's enough. Probably not. But
They recently added a few new spells into Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no.
Those were spells made in like certain event adventure for a certain charity. I don't remember the name.
Hmm.
But from these spells, there exists like a second level spell that could allow you to have 2 additional familiars. And like a spell that makes you capable to conjure a tower at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It are niche spells, but if you ever wanted to hit things with conjured tower, I guess it's interesting.
Okay, I quickly have to check if I can get a suitable design. These were just spruce leaves as well, right? I might be building those, but then I'll have to get my hands on some spruce leaves. Um, well, I guess I'll clear my inventory to a certain degree. And we're going to see if we can find some appropriate leaves in Ender's Rest. So Dave, one of our kingdoms is like kind of a forest-like kingdom for half elves, humans, and halflings. And
Mm-hmm.
our tree or canopy is going pretty wild. I'll show you in a bit. I'm just heading to the city right now. Because it also has the storage we're currently using.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it's safe because of the canopy a lot of mobs can spawn, but yeah.
Hmm. I kind of want to play on that server, but it is literally impossible for me, probably. So.
If you're a good builder and you're a content creator, then you can get on here.
Not really the best builder, but I have some good ideas.
And if you can write lore, we always love more people to work on the lore. Because that's
Uh-huh.
pretty important for this server as well. And pretty extensive, to be honest, the lore.
Extensive as in even biological aspects and chemical compounds that deep of lore, or
Not that deep, but we have like multiple ages and like every Minecraft mob is kinda explained lore-wise and with races and like every build style and I'm working on a whole theory scientifically why there are like different servers and dimensions, which will be pretty extensive. Like you can see right here, the big trees start And just that whole chunk loading is just canopy of the main tree.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah, this goes on and on and on. It's because over there are leaves as well, and over there as well, it's just not loading because it's so big.
That's
Jesus.
damn extensive.
This is the downside we found out about our kingdom ID. There is no way like anyone can render this all in time. Yeah, it's doesn't really want to render all.
I assume it's all survival crafting.
It is 99.99% survival.
I do not trust that this is survival though.
Well, everything is except of the big canopy upstairs is we built 3 plots which were 32 by 32 by 32 blocks. And then we just copied those over and over and over because we can do it all by hand. Like we made the pattern, we have the means to get the resources for that. But that will just
Yes.
take ages, which is an unnecessary grind. And except of
Wow.
that, the roads between kingdoms, we sometimes do the base gravel in creative as well. Because of our kingdoms are thousands and thousands of blocks apart. But all the other stuff is survival.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's just like for the really big unnecessary grindy stuff we do a little bit. But we are... And if we do like an entire custom forest, there is one specific kingdom in which if you make a custom tree there, you are allowed to copy that specific custom tree to somewhere else. Which we do not use often, but if we want to make like a whole custom forest, we do use that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take all the spruce leaves, but I kind of need a couple of them.
A fuck ton.
Yeah, like, I can't show the stream, I think, but I can show you guys. You see the darker green area without trees, which I will send you. This is like a top-down view map, really zoomed out, but
Oh, okay.
the darker green area without trees is like the area where I'm making a custom biome.
Mm-hmm.
I did chop down all the existing trees and I'm going to make trees like... I mean, I'm actually not sure. I either do it like this. So I'm not sure how good that will look. If the server wants to load. That is. Okay, ignore this. I made this plot, which looks like a regular dark roofed forest, which is just slightly higher up. But I have added like a ton of mushrooms and naturey life and extra things. So I'm kind of considering doing the whole biome like this. Or, like this is also pretty cool. But
Sponge.
yes, the sponge is are some mushrooms as well.
That's not sponge.
This is sponge.
That was sea pickle.
Yeah.
You were showing.
The wider.
Why sponge though?
Because it looks like a mushroom.
Yeah. Can you even make sponge in survival?
Yes, you can get sponges in survival.
No, I mean make.
Make no, but you can get them in survival. You just...
I mean, it does look like shrooms.
Ah, you have to say, it looks like a good
nice.
mushroom, right?
Texture-wise, yeah.
And then we
It
have
looks good.
the brown
That I
mushrooms, and we have uh, well, purple mushrooms in quotes, and we have the white mushrooms.
I'm waiting for the whites. Oh, those are bone block?
No, they're actually mushroom blocks. They're the mushroom stem.
Oh, and you don't have
Interesting.
the red and white ones,
No, I
the
haven't
block
used the
ones.
white. Normally, it looks like this, but bigger, you know? But I'm just using the stem block. So I'm considering doing like the whole forest like this. Or I do trees either like this or like these I made. I will change the leaves too, but more like the structure and the wood of the tree, which is important.
Mm.
I think I definitely will use the spruce trees on top of the hill, but down in the valley, I'm not sure if I use these trees or the more dark forest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they look well for a savanna-like biome. Those ones in the valley, but in a dense forest, I don't necessarily know if that would be the right call.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I kind of want to try, but I'm not sure if I want to try it in a test world first or straight into the real server.
Would you consider your forest more swamp-like or more dark wood-like?
Still Shrek.
Not really swamp-like, I think, no, but...
I am Shrek.
So
no, I
more
will make a
like
swamp
dark,
somewhere
dense
else.
wood.
No, because, this is not my creation, by the way, but for a swamp thing, I really want to make this. This is... We have like a sub-server for like new members, and one of those members made these trees. And I think these will look really cool in like a swamp build.
Yeah, the willow-like structure.
They look like mangrove trees, kinda, but not really. Like willow trees on top and mangrove trees at the bottom. I mean, but they look good. I really like those. And here are some more custom trees of me, but these are like the Japanese cherry blossom trees.
Oh, wow.
Which I will build, but yet again somewhere else, not right here.
Those trees would look really nice in like a biome where you want like a more eastern setting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going to trying to convince them to get like a more Asian-like inspired kingdom for next season.
Yeah, because a couple of those trees, some bamboo shoots once in a while, and
Some small
here and
lakes.
there the common panda. That would be amazing, I think.
Some lakes, and then some spirit gates, and then some of the Chinese, just Japanese-like buildings.
What is the underwater part?
That one. This is why
no,
I...
Not that. That.
The big water cube, right?
Oh.
Yes.
It's by one of my fellow server mates, Chef Boyardee, and this is his mega coral biome, I think. Extreme Reef. Okay. Night vision.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. It looks really cool, but I'm not sure if we can build this anytime soon in the world or use it.
Yeah, but
I
coral is
love
freaking
his use
difficult to
of
get.
coral, yeah.
Well, we can get enough coral, but like most of this isn't coral.
Yeah, but how he makes it look like coral is
Yeah, the
Amazing.
thing is, to make this into the world, we have to have a deep ocean in which we can actually work and build.
Hmm.
And working underwater for like bigger builds and longer duration is a pain in the ass in vanilla. Even
True.
with conduits and with water breathing, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Uh-huh.
There we have like some really cool biomes here. All of these were covered in the video. This is like another one of mine. Dunes, sand dunes at the beach. It's just a shame of the dirt which you can still, well, the coarse dirt which you can still see under the grass, but this is the only possible way I could do it, so I'm going to build this sometime on the server somewhere. I haven't decided where yet, but
To be fair, there where there is grass within dunes, it seems to be more dirt-like in structure, so
yeah, that is true, but what was it I wanted to do? There was a brown which was kinda. I think it is this one. I thought to do it like on this,
hmm
but
Yeah,
this
but that's
is
concrete.
concrete powder, so I cannot plant grass on it. You can only plant the grass on dirt variants, which is a very limited selection because I can place it on coarse dirt, I can place it on dirt, I can place it on podzol, and I can place it on, which is a grass block, of course. Grass will be way too green.
Mm-hmm.
True.
The podzol is a cool texture, but it's too noisy for here, I think. To be honest, the coarse dirt is also too noisy, but
Hmm.
I don't know, it might look better with podzol on second thought, but the coarse dirt is easier to craft in vanilla than
Podzol is a bitch.
podzol. You have to grow the big trees, you have to chop down the tree, you have to collect the dirt, you have to replant the dirt, you have to grow the tree again, and I don't know if I want to go through that to make a whole biome.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hmm.
Understandable.
Which might be, hey, that's lazy, but yeah, I mean, I will want to build cool stuff, but I don't want to grind 10 hours before I can start building the cool stuff, you know?
I kind of want to explore everything over there myself.
Over this server you can join, and the bigger world you can actually explore right now. Not the one that I am on, but the tour server should be open,
Hmm.
Hmm.
which is the exact same world, just a few weeks behind,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now I'm confused. Oh no, no, wait, this is my player data from a few weeks ago. This is correct. So, if I go up here, yeah, you see there is still a forest here, and the hill looks different and more tiny.
Hmm.
All these trees are gonna take a long while. And even if you look over there, that hill, I chopped down the top of the hill because it looks pretty ugly.
Hmm.
But this server you can explore when you want, to be honest. It's the same world, it's pretty massive, you can easily get lost.
Hmm.
But, yeah. Oh, here's my
kinda
hut,
wanna-
which is not finished yet.
I kind of want to go and just make sure I can get on the server and just I have a really good idea for something I want to build. But I'm going to do it in survival first because not survival, in
Creative.
creative first because I don't think
Do we have spare spruce wood? Those parrots are like the creepiest things ever.
what.
I hear like zombies and creepers and phantoms inside here. The phantom is
Uh-huh.
that guy over there. But the zombies and creepers are the parrots, which are somewhere here in the room.
Wait, what the fuck is the phantom doing over there?
Oh, we trapped him.
Good.
It's our local friendly bird which tries to murder us. Um,
Friendly and murderers don't go well together, just so you know.
see, coral we have decently, like, not that much, but we have more in the main storage. But that storage is way too far at the moment. That bushes. Going to take some berries and actually some dead bushes as well, to be honest. Um,
Wait, berries? Huh?
yeah, berries. They were added in 1.14. Well, 1.14. I just. Okay, where is my horse? Over there. Oh, there is an actual zombie. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that fellow.
You're about 10 seconds behind on stream.
Yeah, there is some delay.
Yeah, I know there is delay, but it's just like, hey, there's about 10 seconds.
10 seconds isn't too bad, I mean. This build is also pretty cool. It's a mushroom doctor lore-wise. Someone who treats the local mushrooms here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing really grand or special, but it's just a nice looking build.
Will there also be mushrooms here then?
As in the mushroom cows,
Mhm.
probably not.
They're really difficult to get, right?
Well, you have to find a mushroom biome,
Yeah, that makes it really.
which I can look if we already have one, because I can see the whole explored map, but I cannot see like a single mushroom biome in like a radius of 10,000 blocks near this. So,
Uh,
and we did not
How
really use the nether.
mm,
how big was uh the world map on Minecraft PC again?
4 to 8 times the size of the Earth. So
I remember it being close to 10 million by 10 million.
yeah, it's. I mean, there is a mushroom biome in this world. Do not take me wrong, and I think we already found one at least because we have mycelium in a chest somewhere.
mhm.
But even if I could transport it to the Nether, it will take ages, and it will not add anything lore-wise to the build.
True.
Mm.
It would be just a nice
Gimmick, yeah.
addition. Yeah, gimmick-wise.
And maybe someone of the server has the time and wants to put in the effort for that, but I am not going to be the one doing that. Not going to lie. I did overall like the whole road from the kingdom towards my location and beyond it because we had the gravel, which we did in creative, partly,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
but the slabs weren't in place, and we like to have the slabs, so I placed all the slabs along the whole road.
Do you need to have a mod pack installed for dirt slabs?
No, because strangely enough, this slab is in the game by default. We did just retexture it. This is actually a petrified oak slab, which
Oh,
looks like regular oak, which looks like a regular oak slab. But we retextured that and we did a data pack in which we can craft that slab, and we craft the slab by just doing 3 dirt at the bottom, which is the regular slab recipe for the blocks.
Uh-huh.
So we may have added one extra block, which is in the game and you couldn't get into the game for survival.
Yes.
But it's just such a handy block to build with.
Fair enough.
We do like small things like that. We try to stay as vanilla as possible, but
Hey, look, a pillager.
yeah, there are a lot of pillagers around here. They spawning really big packs around here, and my horse is invisible, which is normal. It's just a bug in the current version of the game, but
Hey, look, a mountain that we all remember.
so I would probably just put these kind of trees on top of the mountain. I guess 2 high trunk. Is that too bulky? Yeah. Could improve it by.
Dead in the bomb. Come on, let's go on.
I'll have to texture the ground more and add some more rocks, but
Hey, Lord, if you have the time, could you invite me to said server
yeah, well,
or
actually,
Discord?
um, there you go. That's the Discord of it already. This may be too high, but why not?
Where am I? I am not Master Hive Mind. I am Dave. I do not see. There I am.
Okay,
I am Dave.
let's take a quick sleep and then we'll see how the trees look. I'll probably add more if it looks good, but by the way, this place has some lore too, but it's pretty basic at the moment. Just some dude named Araf Caldrion, which has his iron mine here with some few fellow friends, and they will transport their iron ore all the way back to the main city or another tree and sell it there. But like the whole road towards there will be like a big forest, well, this whole area. It's, okay. For now, that's the hill I chopped the head off. I mean, if we...
Mm,
I mean, if we have like merged those trees along the hill, well, the upper bit of the hill at least, I think that will look decent, and then we have a different kind of tree down here in what I would call the valley, I guess. And I want to add like that's a pillager. It's a lot of pillagers. I have an axe, okay.
well, maybe you can make some lore around the villagers.
Yeah, there will probably come some lore for them as well. Yeah. Nah. They're aim hacks, man. Oh no. I'll make this side of the hill custom cliffs probably. So what I wanted to say, this I want to make like a natural cave which has like maybe
Mhm.
a bear would live here or something else. Not sure. Well, I cannot make an actual bear in Minecraft, but I can make like some cadavers of animals he has eaten and like a nice sleeping spot for him. Can you like fuck
Or
off?
maybe it's like the place where the killer rabbit lives.
I could one day make a build dedicated to the killer rabbit.
I mean, if you have ever seen Monty Python, it's one of the best parts.
The Bernie of Carboneok. I think the spruce-like trees will look good.
Hmm. Mm,
Do one here.
I
One.
really like this one.
That squid is dying. A slow and painful death. No.
hey, look at it from the bright side. Maybe you'll have more ink sacs now for black dye.
Actually, you're right. There are some ink sacs over there.
I do like this one. Oh, that's so small. Why do you not work, you fucking cunt?
Okay, I want to do a pretty high one right here. All two.
Mhm.
Should take some leaves.
Maybe you can make even a more thicker one.
Yeah, indeed, but the problem is the thicker ones didn't always look that good, but I'm going to try my best.
Hmm. Fair enough.
What if I do something like this? Okay, I really hope this turns out good because I'm really just winging it right now. This is a pretty thick tree. I mean, I can live in this tree if I want to.
Maybe you can place a chest here with secret loot.
This is pretty bad for my leaf supply though.
Hmm.
No, I'm planning to hide a lot of Easter eggs in this world, but I will give all the Easter eggs some reason to exist within the lore.
Of course, like all Easter eggs.
Yeah, not all Easter eggs, but... Hi London, how are you doing today? We're making a big tree on top of a big hill. Very exciting, isn't it? And we're completely winging it. I am well, how are you? I'm decent. Could have been better, but that's... Okay, there's one problem I didn't consider.
That's ginormous in height.
Well, that's one thing. The other thing is, how do I get down without dying?
I guess you'd need to jump from tree to tree.
Uh... Okay, that is... I may have gone overboard with the size of this tree, I'm not going to lie. Now the question is, does it look bad or does it look decent? You have to keep in mind we're going to add more trees over there and there, at least. Like,
I think a little more leaves bottom, because now it has a bit of an egg shape.
yeah, it's very round, that is true. I do agree with that. Too
Oh,
perfect
what?
for a tree in my opinion. Yeah, it's difficult with these kind of trees. If you want to do them bigger, they either end up really blocky or really round. We did enlarge this hill also today in London. Because I didn't like the shape of it and I think it looks better now. It's not the greatest hill either, but... What are you aiming for? A normal spruce tree? Yeah, kinda. I'm not per se aiming for a really realistic tree, but I'm aiming for something more unique than the regular Minecraft trees. And I did like these small ones, so I tried to make a bigger one of those. Can I already
Time for
sleep? No.
snow. So it's
Mm,
25 by 45 by...
like, I would think the bottom leaves on the big tree, like, at least one block thicker. And
Like,
then working a bit more downwards. I
That's a
think that will help already.
293,000 build that I have in mind. Jesus Christ. That is definitely a very, very big oof.
I think if we do these more blocky, it might already look way less like an eggplant.
Well, I could dial it back. That's still a 34,000 build. Fucking hell, mate. Jesus.
If I can give you one suggestion with Minecraft mega builds, do not make them too large.
What?
If I can give you one suggestion with Minecraft mega builds, do not make them too large, you will burn out. It's way too dark.
True.
Yeah, now it's
well-
I have scaled everything down a bit. Now it's a reasonable 4,000 watt project.
The shaders look nice, yeah, but it's a little bit too dark to work with. How do you guys like my interior of my house, by the way? It used to be
Looks
just
fancy.
design, but I have added some shulkers in a bed already. Okay. Does it still look too round, or...
It has lost a bit of roundness already.
Grass.
I think this might be good if I add more trees around it now.
Cobblestone, gravel,
Yeah,
stone brick,
Because I do not want to make it too square either.
red wool, glowstone.
It's very symmetrical, yeah, but at the same time, these kind of trees are very symmetrical.
So we need snow.
yeah, in nature they tend to be very symmetrical,
I think
except when they're really stacked upon each other, then they tend to have less leaves on one side.
yeah, I think like the way to
Grass.
make this look not symmetrical is just by adding more trees around it. If I
Mhm.
if I am honest. I'm not going to add the tree on the same line though.
Stone brick.
And in all honesty, in nature, there happen to be once in a while a tree that's just longer than the rest, and the canopy starts right above the other canopies.
Yeah,
Nighttime has come between us. Oak slab.
I mean you will have to... Like this is more the view we will end up getting from it, right?
This is thirds.
Okay, do we do a 3 high trunk or a 4 high trunk for this one?
I think. Are you now having three stacked upon each other?
This one is 4, this one is currently 3. This one is 3 as well. This one is a little bit more than 3.
I think because there's one really large right next to it that is something you can get away with here.
Okay, I made a mistake, but I'm actually just going to leave that block of leaf there.
It may be a small shrubbery.
These ones are quick to make, and that's a very good thing. Yeah, indeed. Down in the valley, I will do a different tree design, but I can actually probably get away with this.
16, 17,
Mm.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Oh
22,
yeah,
23,
adding some
24,
more offshoots.
25.
Now you need to be careful though, because the offshoots might hit your.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not too bad.
What's the kill all command in a flat world?
Hmm.
Um, I think slash clear will just work if that's the default one, because that will clear all entities, but for kill all you have to target all entities specifically and then you have to sub-target
Nope,
like...
clear is all the items in my inventory.
Oh,
Oh,
then they did... Is clear then just from bucket, maybe. Going to do another 3 because if I do 4 here it will be the same height as this one and...
Gravel, stone. I just
yeah.
hate
The point is
lime.
having a bit of inconsistency in height.
Yeah, so
Makes
this...
it look more natural.
Oak,
Because this will connect, but that's completely within reason.
regular dirt, grass,
We'll make this one is canopy higher.
glowstone.
Nope.
Uh, red wool.
Rip,
Yeah, but
rip all the spruce leaves though, man.
true. You're going through them really fast.
I didn't want to take them all from the storage either, but...
One dirt block, more dirt.
I did have some... I'm going to save myself a hustle and I'm already going to plant saplings to chop down and collect leaves on. Because I will run out. Okay, that's plenty for now. Don't want them to block the view too early. I think we'll do like spruce trees, definitely till this level, maybe till this. But not too low beyond this.
To be fair, spruce is like altitude vegetation, so the more you go downward, the less spruce you will regularly come across.
Yeah, and I want to make like a big contrast between the vegetation on top of the hill and the vegetation down in the valley.
Because the higher you go, the colder it gets, and these trees are more cold habitat, so
I also want
Two.
to grab myself some
It's regular
dirt and
stone.
gravel. Lol and disagree, yeah, we want to have like a difference between the high altitude biome and the lower altitude biome. Some more spruce we can use. Where did I dump all my dirt? Oh. Quickly going to grab some gravel. The shaders are nice, but they make everything look so dark and the lighting inside the buildings kind of fucks up. Wait, I should have gravel unsorted here.
Remove command.
for cavern settings, the lighting looks actually really good. in my opinion.
I mean, I
It
can.
gives like that dark aura.
Yeah, it's dark, which is good. I can actually probably do. Well, this will give like, but will look better connected textures, but that's something different. Should be fancy lighting somewhere. Oh, and this will look better. Like this looks pretty good. It's pretty gloomy and dark, but if stream lags too much, you have to say it, and I'll turn it back off. But crafty mensch. I'll save to
So
see we can craft dirt
1,
slabs like
2,
this.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41,
Oh
42,
yeah, this will
43,
be an issue.
44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 53, 54, 54.
No, I cannot lose any dirt blocks. They're way too precious. I'm not even kidding, like, dirt is the resource I have most used and I am always short on the server. See, this looks nice. It's hard to play at, but it looks...
Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering if you want like spruce
Mhm.
on top and more like typical trees more near the foot of the hill.
Mhm.
Uh, do you how much will you make like an in-between
One
zone? Is
second.
it like a few spruce and then for the rest other trees more downwards, or is it how do you do the separation? True, a smooth transition would be nice.
Alright, sorry, I am back. You were talking about the transition between the high altitude area and the lower
Yeah,
valley.
the transition between spruce and more regular common trees. Like I understand the transition needs to feel smooth, but how do you do it? Like, is it a few spruce more downward and for the rest more getting over into the other tree type, or more the other way around that you first go with more spruce and then slowly add more trees of the other type?
I think it will be like on the top you will have like mostly the spruce trees.
Hmm.
And going downwards you'll get like an area where there is a kind of mixed level of both. where both the lower vegetation and the higher vegetation meet to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lower part I'll probably make pretty dense. Like, in this valley I want a dense forest, like only the road will not be dense, because the cart will have to be able to pass through.
Fair enough.
And I'll probably do something with the ground as well, texturing, which I'm not entirely sure at the moment yet how I will do it, but I'll probably add in more browns lower and more grays on top, which I'm trying to do with this. I will not do like the entire hill like this, but it brings across the idea.
Yeah, indeed.
Ooh, do I actually have vines? Because I would want some mossy cobblestone as well.
Mossy cobblestone could be nice. But that seems quite hard to get.
Well, you only need vines and cobblestone. And there should be vines in the main storage. I'm just not sure if I have vines at my personal storage here. Because on this server, all resources are shared, but even though we have like multiple mending books and multiple breaking books, etc., I wanted to earn my own stuff at first.
Mm-hmm.
So I came way over here, which is out of the way of everyone, hopefully. And I started like gathering my own resources here at first. That's how I got all my diamond tools and such, which actually have cool names, but well, except of the X. The X still has to have a name. But I gave all my tools Latin names. I don't know
Interesting.
why. I kind of just felt like it.
Mm. Maybe you can name your eggs after a Vasquez, like the eggs they bind branches around.
Yeah, true. Like we have my sword. With a little bit more straightforward name. We have Felix because of fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have to give these also a name. I mean, I have plenty of diamonds, and all of these diamonds are diamonds I mined myself, which is really good. Do we have vines?
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yes, we have some. I'll start
This is
growing some
actually
as well.
50 blocks high.
Mm.
Cobblestone.
I almost
Bricks. Where are
forgot.
my bricks?
This is my mine. It's pretty extensive, but
Dirt and grass.
I want to make this whole cave looking like a mine as well. That's what I was doing with these
Grass.
wooden parts.
Mm.
And I will
And this is
use
where the owner of the quarry will live. And then we have a little shack for storage.
bottle.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, a skeleton.
And I have my barrel of apples stored in here, of course. Ah, no, I fucked up.
How come?
I right clicked with my axe in my hand, so I stripped the log, which I didn't want to strip.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
The good thing is that I have plenty of oak logs,
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 9,
Yeah, I have plenty of apples.
10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Maybe you could add like an apple tree close to the house, because that seems logical where all the apples would come from.
True. Then I'll have to think of a good design for an apple tree. Because without a texture pack, you can usually use the berries. When they blossom, they look red, but because of the texture pack, they look purple.
That's why I was confused, because I thought oops, wrong place. I thought they were for a specific texture or mod pack.
No, we do not have mods. We have a texture pack though.
Uh-huh.
And we have a few data packs for crafting recipes. We can actually craft shulker shells for shulker boxes, just because the entire end is really far explored, and just finding an end city, which isn't rated yet, takes hours and hours and hours. I tried and it didn't go well. So if we collect chorus fruit, which you have to get in the end, and if we breed turtles and we get the turtles cute, which is really rare, we can make shulker shells.
Mhm.
Stone bricks, stone pillar blocks.
Mhm.
No.
Am I out of
quartz pillar
spruce leaves?
blocks. There's one need to make those.
Not yet, but almost.
This side. Okay, good. And these two.
I'm still not sure if I love or hate or andesite texture. Because it's cool to have like a darker cobblestone, but at the same time I really love the regular andesite texture from vanilla, and I use it quite a lot normally.
I mean, I guess it's nice to have like the two of them at the same time, so you have like a bit of color difference among the blocks that you place.
Yeah, but we only have one. But I like the vanilla texture for texturing gray areas and stone areas a lot. It's always so fast night again.
That is not correct. But
I
ignore
do
this
like
question.
our texture for jungle fence though. Our jungle wood is more green, which I not always like as much. But you can use the green fence as the trunk of a small sapling tree. And it looks really good that way. Actually, I'm just going to make a crafting bench up here. Oh. And if I do a tiny bit of this, we get a few coarse blocks. See, I'm thinking to make the top of the hill less green, as in the grass at least, and make it look like a little bit more stony. With, of course, the spruce trees still, but
How is this server in tolerance with the use of spawners?
we haven't used a spawner yet, and I do not think we would use a we use existing spawners, which are like naturally generated, of course, but unless we have like a really good idea lore-wise, we could maybe decide together as a group if we allow it, but I do not think we will, to be honest. We try to stick close to vanilla as close as possible. We have a few alterations. For example, between our kingdoms, we have uh, one form of fast travel, which is if you have like a boat or a cart, we are allowed to install a button to teleport back to the capital, and from the capital you can teleport to the other locations. Just because most servers use the Nether for that, but the Nether is for us kinda a no-go zone. We can go there, of course, but we do not build there because lore-wise the world is kinda at war with the Nether. Which may sound silly, but I mean there is good lore for it, so it works.
Fair enough. I mean, it wouldn't seem handy to share spaces with hybrid of zombie and pigmen, so
This world gets kinda invaded by those zombie pigmen.
Everything.
We also have elves in the lore, but they're kinda elsewhere. Hello, Scares. How are you doing?
Good evening, Scarce. It me, Dave.
Hybrid of zombies and pigmen, yeah. Even though no single Minecrafter has ever seen a regular pigman. Confused after that. Yeah, zombie pigman. I'm doing good. How about you? Could be better, but I'm making the best of it. And Scare says hi to you as well, Dave. Okay, in before I go overboard in this area, I have to mark out some more trees.
There's literally no entrance to this.
You making a forest? Well, the main forest will be down there. Those trees will be gone. I just need them for resources. On this hill we'll have like a spruce foresty. And in the valley a more dense forest, more green, also more dark. And down here we'll have some cliffs. I'm doing this whole area which goes from that river over there, where you can see the stones marked out, over there, all around here, and over there, the stone marked out back to the shore. I'm doing that whole area as a custom project, to be honest. I remember you're making the trees. Yeah, I haven't decided which trees I will use in the valley, but the spruce trees will definitely work on top of the hill. And I'm just going to ignore that pillager rate for now. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice one wooden spruce log. Because this will be a broken down spruce tree. And then something like this. By the way, gonna look for a bit playing League of Legends. Good luck in League of Legends.
Indeed, good luck.
Playing full lethality Tomcat.
Ooh.
Okay, so does this
You are a special kind of person.
look like any decent? Like we have like one spruce tree which fell down or then cracked.
Mhm. Yeah. Maybe the forces of wind knocked it over. Or maybe lightning struck it.
Yeah, or it was old and died out, whatever. Just like there will be more trees around it, but I think it will be good to have like some variety across the plain. I wish there was a way to get a bigger inventory size and bigger hotbar size in Minecraft. Mostly because I always carry a ton of junk around, but hey.
Multiplayer.
You could maybe carry a mule around for
Indeed.
you, so he could carry some
But
additional
still.
stuff.
Well, actually I can carry shulker boxes around, but I'm a plap and I'm not using them properly like I should. Although there were many shulker boxes available when I joined the server. I did eat some shulker boxes I found in like old kingdoms, which were almost empty. But yeah. And given the rule is that everything is shared, so yeah, I guess I'll be fine with that. But is there any way I can get like a ton of brown concrete powder pretty easily?
I don't know for sure.
Because I would like some brown concrete powder down in the valley for the ground texturing.
I don't know. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. I don't know for sure what's the best way to get a lot of it.
I guess a cacao bean farm and then the concrete powder should be sand and gravel, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a live spruce tree like right next to it.
Hmm. About how much space do you have left on the hill itself?
I have like
Hmm.
pretty a lot of space left, to be honest.
Okay, that's enough for the transition with the other trees then.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're working like the upper part still, so can you kind of fuck off? Ah, come on. There. Ah, I think I'll can go like till about this ring,
Hmm.
and below that I'll have to reserve for the transition. Mmm, juicy leaves.
Oh.
Okay, we have some leaves to work with again.
Hmm.
Wow, we have some logs left. Going to collide these trees, but that's fine. They might be like a little dense.
And naturally, the tree lines on a hill would be more dense, so seems fine.
Okay. Now the art will be to not overdo it, but still have a nicely looking forest.
Hmm. Yeah, it's tough. You need to keep it simple, but yet diverse at the same time.
Because I would almost be tempted to add a tree here, but then all the canopies would start to connect really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Over here there should be definitely one more though.
Okay.
Going to make this a very small boy.
Like a 2-block.
Yes, a 2-block trunk. And his main leafy part only 2 blocks as well, not 3. He's a very cute boy.
Yeah, looks good.
I'm
Be
even.
right back.
And now I'm going to make the smallest of cute boys. For which we'll need a tool.
Mm.
A piece of magical string. Quickly going to look how it looks from above on the Dynamap. Well, you can almost see nothing on the Dynamap from all the work I did right now. Which is a shame, but... Okay, we have an open space around... Probably do it here, because I want to have some more trees here, but I do not want to block the view from this too much. So... we're going to get rid of you. Okay, I'll insert you, and now he can't grow because he will be blocked by the string.
Oh, wow. Handy.
I use that pretty often. And the best thing about it, you can barely see it. Right now you can see the string.
Mm-hmm.
But from afar you do not see that at all.
And then I was back.
Welcome back.
What do you think are the main elements you will add in after the tree line and the base of the hill are done?
How exactly do you mean?
So once you've got the structure of your hill,
Mm-hmm.
like rocks and such, and you've got all your trees, what else do you add in? Do you add in some shrubberies, some other elements, or
On the valley I will add shrubberies, small trees, rocks, small creeks
Mhm.
for transporting water, flower patches, but not like all around, but like in one color in certain areas.
Oh yeah, like an open space with flowers.
Yeah, and it's sometimes in Minecraft, like all these different kinds of flowers grow right next to each other. But in nature, species tend to like clit together in groups.
Hmm.
Certain
Yeah,
kinds of
they try to out-dominate each other on a playing field. I understand what you mean.
yeah, and I'll
Okay,
probably
this is.
add some small trails for animals.
Yeah, sure, that might be a good idea. I think I can make.
And as
the
in for main
British
features, I do
flag.
not know. It's like kind of progress on the fly. I will add the cave with presumably like the lair of the bear. If it will be
Hmm.
a bear, not sure, but yeah. Also, this is the shortcut to my small hidey hole.
Hey, Lord.
Hmm.
I love working with a loom. Do you want me to design something for you?
If you can make me a fancy banner, that's always welcome.
Yeah. I'm experimenting a bit with loom and stuff, and I just made the Union Jack. You know, the the um yeah.
With a loom, you can do something really cool. You can make like
I need a lot of
well, you
black,
haven't seen his war scrimpy, I think, but
blue,
you know how you have like
red,
those casks for crab fishing, right?
Yeah.
white.
Okay, I've been switching on stream from single player world servers and also Minecraft realms now, but I
Stuff that I don't need anymore. I have a loom
if it
instead.
does connect, that is.
Let's not need decorations. Yes, you. I need
Hello.
a load
It's online, should connect.
of stuff of you.
Okay, takes long. Then I'll just do it like this. No, do we have a little puddle? We have, okay. So imagine that this is like a little bit deeper and it's in like either a lake or a river.
Hmm.
Then if we do this,
Thing,
we got this
skull.
block, we got this block, and we got to fill it up.
So, Lord, quick question. What do you want in your banner?
Not sure. Okay, if you see this like along the riverbed,
Hmm.
this looks like the crab cages, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually, it does look like it.
That's what I mean.
It's a shame though that there ain't crabs yet in Minecraft.
True, but we can have shrimps if we do this.
Let's just quickly see something. So it's red, white, and blue. Okay.
Now we have shrimps.
It's kind of. Oops, we don't.
Wow.
Kinda.
Good to know.
The worst thing is because they're so small, you can actually take them for shrimp.
Oh yeah, man. And in the valley, I'll probably use these kind of trees in between the bigger trees as well.
I need
Not,
more blue.
now I'm here. I kind of want to try this. But it will not look the same, right?
Actually, maybe you.
Mm, it looks a lot lighter.
Yeah, it looks too light, right? Even
Hmm.
compared to the sapling itself.
Yeah, Even the sapling looks a lot darker than the fence rods.
These. I think this will be slightly too dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't do much more than this. That's a shame.
Although this is closer to the bark than this is towards the bark, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And in most trees, the saplings look a bit lighter in wood texture, so you must think the bark is still slightly weaker, needs to grow, toughen.
Yeah. So you like this more than that, probably then.
The
Good.
yeah, the slightly darker one is, in my opinion, a bit better than the black one.
Yeah.
Okay, I have successfully
Well, I do
made a
not mind
Union
because this
Jack
is easier to
again.
get than that. So
Like the black one, you can maybe use for like a burnt tree.
oh yeah, I forgot. We also have access to this. This will not look right either.
Like with those really dark fence posts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you find like a dark leaf-like textured block and place it on top of it, it looks maybe like a young tree that has been burned down by something.
Now I actually want to try this. This will probably not work. Uh, hmm. No, okay. That could have looked like a cool death tree if it would work. Wait a second. Okay, now I might be onto like a genius move or like a really stupid move.
Welcome to Lord's Mind, where it's basically here's something very smart. Wait, am I smart?
Okay, what if we do this? Okay.
Mm.
To oblivion.
Hmm. Okay, I need
Uh,
more test subjects. More test subjects.
More test subjects.
I do not think my plan will work anymore, but I want to try it still. Well, that was disappointing. The fuck?
Lord, what colors do you want?
Um, red, black, green. I don't know. Pick some of those.
Red, black, green.
What the actual?
Whoa,
The heck?
Why does the leaf above get deleted? Can you not push these? Okay. You cannot push leaves. There goes my whole plan.
So I will do this with
Is there a way to make a bannerless banner?
what do you mean?
I mean exactly what I said.
No, you always will have a banner. So,
That's a weird interaction.
light grade that, like this,
Huh.
like that. Okay, that seems not. That doesn't
You
seem
should
too
be
bad.
able to push an armor stand into transparent blocks. But instead of going into the transparent block over there, it just fuses into the newly created transparent block down here.
I still need light gray. Okay. Oops.
Okay, do you have any more stupid ideas? I mean,
Yes.
I'm Lord, of course I have more stupid ideas.
So cross line. So cross.
With the right kind of leaves that might actually look like it's on fire.
I have not taken my green. I need green for Lord.
Mm,
Green. And then white. On
I'm
top.
trying to think if I can use something like really smart.
And then we will need white and white still. Okay. White for this one. Yes. And one more white for this one. Yeah, Lord. That might actually be cool. Are you
Okay.
into potion brewing, or is there a thing for potion brewing?
I'm not really too much into potion brewing to be honest, but
Okay, then no, that's not for you.
okay. Enough fucking around. I'm kinda disappointed that you cannot push leaves with a piston, not going to lie. Actually, I'm going to make this one really small. Not even like high top. I
Yeah,
think.
that's a good one, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
This away. And so these away. I need red. I need more white. I need more green.
Okay, do we have more pre-plant trees? Do you think we are out of them? And I want... Okay, we have one tree at this ring, at least. But I do not mind if the trees get more scarce at this point. That's not too bad.
Yeah, okay, it's not too bad. Boom. No, I just need more white.
I mean, this looks like a substantial bunch of trees already, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And till this ring, I'll guess I'll make it more gray.
I don't need that amount of red. I think. Still. Let's start with green. That one. This one. Seems to be about correct.
Hmm.
Then I need a black.
Maybe one more stair. Yeah.
This. What?
Can also go around and add like a few rocks.
Black, red, black.
Like how more gray stuff we will add on top, how better it will look in total, but
Just be careful. Too much gray stuff is also the best.
yeah, true, but I want to make a big contrast between this area and the lower parts.
Hmm.
And since this is a higher area, it will be logical that there isn't too much greenery around, I guess.
Hmm.
More exposed rock will make
Yeah,
sense.
I understand what you mean. Like, because it's close to a mine, showing off that this
Ooh.
place has a solid amount of rock
Yeah,
sediment.
yeah, this area will be way more exposed to like the wind and
Yeah, that
watering
might be
down
a
and erosion in general than the lower areas.
Hmm.
that might actually be a good one. I need the no creeper. I need the skull.
Creeper. Ah, man.
I need you, 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 you. There. There we go. That. This. Yes. Bush. Let's see. Lord, I have a few ideas for your banner. Could you give me
This is risky because these vines grow all over the place if you add them.
Lordy, could you check for what design you like?
The one with the fade isn't too bad.
The fade.
Yeah,
Uh-huh, okay.
the
I would
potion
like
banner looks good, but I wouldn't use it as a personal banner, but it will be really cool if you have like an alchemist shop or a brewery or
mm-hmm.
a pharmacy, a herbalist, those kind of.
Yeah, I might actually switch up the colors so it's a red potion, for example, or a yellow orange. You can switch it up. It's not too difficult. But you say the gradient one. The thing is, I would like another black border around it so it looks a bit nicer, but
Okay, I need more dirt slabs, and I have more. can't remember now. I have a stack or something of them still. Either in this chest, yep. Oh yeah, I have these as well.
So yeah.
You also have a pumpkin. That might also be a nice detail.
I might have an idea. Choose this.
This is slightly higher.
Ooh.
These should turn to dirt. We have a big green area here which we want to break apart.
Also, quick question: where do you find wither roses?
A wither has to kill an other creature, and then there will spawn a wither rose.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
AKA they're not so easy to get by.
As expected.
Needs a few days of work.
Might actually need to add a new loom. To my inventory. Because I accidentally destroyed mine.
Well, this area is coming along nice, to be honest.
Mhm. There's also a bit of grass growing already, which helps a bit in texture.
I'm not sure if the ferns will match up here. I think we are probably better save the ferns for like the lower areas.
Like a couple of ferns in maybe the in-between area
Yeah,
might work.
but on top of the hill, I do not. I think the ferns will not look good over there.
And honestly, you mostly need to keep those ferns for like small things underneath the tree, because by nature ferns are more shadow plants, so
Yeah, true.
if you want to make it like more nature realistic, you should add them in the spaces that become more dark during the day.
Because I'm thinking what plants I can add in here. But I literally think the only plant I can add in here is like these little. Fuck.
Oh, that looks nice.
Can they only go on sand? Never mind then it will be pretty hard to add them in.
Hmm.
Maybe
Yeah, then you're quite restricted
Lord,
to
of
ferns.
course,
why
dirt
did it do
works.
this?
Okay.
Maybe even a cherry shrub.
I think I want to
Because
save the berry shrubs for like the in-between part and lower.
mm,
Why did you do this?
because by nature, spruce trees and trees of that kind tend to acidify the soil,
Why?
and some berry shrubs actually like a more acidic ground. So
Yeah, but I would just save the berries for like around this level probably. Then they will realistically be like protected from the wind a little bit.
mhm.
I'll let these grow for now. think where I get the green rocks into the carpet, I will just destroy them pretty often. A rock here then.
Can buttons stack?
How do you mean?
Like, can you place multiple buttons on top of each other?
Oh
Or
no,
what about
no,
this
I
one?
can't.
Ah,
If you recognize the logo, good on you.
otherwise you could have made like a small stone tower.
It looks good, but I'm not sure for what I should recognize it. Closest thing.
You played the game on stream maybe a few weeks ago.
Is it a vault logo?
It's not a vault logo.
Then I'm not sure, to be honest.
William also enjoys this game. And you died a lot playing the game.
From Hollow Knight, I guess?
Yes.
Inventory is a
Or-
true mess.
Or if you want, I could just give you the standard Crusader, white shield, red cross, and black, s- basically, edges. Do you want that, or want something fancier?
I want something fancier, but the Hollow Knight one looks good.
It has 5 layers, so you can add one more if you want the whole the yeah, you know, the sign to be your color, so green. You could do that, for example.
Ooh. I used the entire stack of carpet already.
But yeah, I know one thing. I'm off. Good night.
Good night.
See you guys tomorrow, probably.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, Warf Grimpy.
I
Night.
Night.
On the top layer, I'll probably trim down on the grass pretty heavily. This will take a long time to do this whole biome, I'm not going to lie.
mhm.
Just seeing sheer amount of time it takes for like doing these little parts.
Yeah, natural detail is a bit hard. I mean, if you need to add things layer after layer after layer, takes a lot of time.
It will be worth it in the end result. There is only one thing, which will be a shame. I do not think a lot of people will see this area.
Mm.
Because this is the road towards the kingdom, so only the people who take the road towards the kingdom will see this in the first place. And the whole road will be surrounded by a dense forest.
Hmm.
So people will have to willingly take a side road into the forest.
And the forest is unprotected terrain, probably.
How do
So
you...
anything that spawns within the forest might possibly attack them, like the villagers that tend to spawn here.
Well, on the roads you can also get attacked, like... There is no protection anywhere, to be honest, but... I just hope people will see this sign and they're like, hmm...
Yeah,
Because there will be forests around here still actually in the water. This was actually my first build on the server, this little bridge. Which is not too complicated, but it looks cool.
yeah, indeed.
Don't you do it. I dare you. You son of a... Actually, let me... I see you, man. Okay. All those pillagers.
Honestly, it's fine that they commonly spawn, because if they spawn near a road, they can be like highway robbers.
Yeah, true, but they just spawn a little bit too often. Like, this whole area was... At one point I got like, in one screen,
Mm-hmm.
about 25 pillagers.
Ooh,
And I normally run around naked. Now I just put on a chest plate because of the creepers, which like one-shot at me, but... Hey, one of the berries is
well,
growing.
on the other side, big bandit groups exist as well.
Yeah, true, but they're kinda annoying while building.
Yeah. During gameplay, it would be amazing, but in building, it's indeed a bit of a challenge.
Well, currently there's no plan of having actual gameplay on this world, other than just sometimes people tour the server and just explore it. I do definitely think one day we could make this like into an RPG-like world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it probably could already, but...
That looks really good already,
I started to really like it.
especially with the different dirt levels thanks to the slabs and carpets.
We'll have like one block of grass here, then a small, but like a really small patch around here.
Mm-hmm. Maybe like a small patch of grass,
Yeah,
like it's a slightly bit taller.
okay, when this hill is done, I definitely want to see this with shaders on. Like,
Maybe you can incorporate in the rocks you have there a bit of iron ore, like there's a bit of iron sediment on top of the mountain itself.
that's actually a pretty good idea. Is there anything I can drop right now? Good thing is that I have plenty of iron ore laying around everywhere. This is my other bed, which is like just randomly in a cave, but
Bats are a part of nature.
I know.
In which update is this server?
1.14.4.
Interesting. Because I've heard that in later updates it gets a bit messy to play in.
How exactly do you mean?
As in kinda laggy.
Yeah, 1.13 really had that. It is kind of, it's still laggy, but it's less than it was. The release of 1.13 was really, really bad. And, well, the first release of 1.14 was horrible as well. 1.14.4 is decently stable. I think 1.14 was the worst release of a full version I've ever experienced. And
Some pillagers kinda close.
oh, I forgot. I forgot your plan, your other plan.
Oh yeah, the iron ore.
No, the diamond or half. I forgot your first plan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want a little bit of rest, but not too much. Okay, that's definitely too much.
The flowers can be handy for the flower fields.
I'm definitely going to run out of gravel after this hill. Ooh, this patch of green is a little bit too much still, so... No. No.
That's annoying.
Why you do this to me, game? Even after I went through the effort of jumping downstairs for that. apply that here. Actually, the cobblestone may stay. Okay, this is a pretty big green patch, but I do not mind this patch, but I do mind this second patch which is connected. Actually, we'll get rid of this. We'll get some more andesite in it. And the green can stay. I have to get some regular dirt in. It's looking really nice. Yeah, it's coming along pretty neat. This patch is too big. So actually, if you make this like an in-between layer with just a large number of slabs, that works. Then we have a green patch here. This patch can stay. This patch has to decrease in size. Can I see any progress of this hill on the dynamap? Yeah, a tiny bit. It just looks like one small spot which is darker, but you know.
It means progress.
Exactly. Now, if I want to add an iron patch here, I don't want it to be too visible from down there. Because realistically speaking, if they could see iron from here, they will just...
Yeah, they would have built a mine entrance here already. You built an entrance where the ore is the densest. Otherwise, it would be a waste of effort.
Yeah, so lure-wise, this will be their iron ore they already have dug up from, like, inside the mine. Well, it will be kind of stupid to have visible iron over there, which you could see
Indeed.
from down here, then... I mean, then they would just have gone up the hill and gotten that iron already, right?
Although it could be that they left a chest with a couple of pickaxes on top of the hill to aid in the process of removing the ore that's on the mountain.
True. I'm just going to... No, wait. The green has to stay.
The problem is with that situation is you're adding then something that isn't really quite as natural to something that looks really natural, and
Yeah, I think I want the tree hill to
yeah.
look kinda untouched.
Otherwise it looks just off. I'm not as much of a builder myself, but how hard is it to make a sideways tree? Like a more diagonal shape?
It's definitely harder. If you do it on a bigger scale, it works. But like on the same scale as these trees, it's pretty difficult.
Hmm.
Because I'm just going to show you this again. It also depends on the kind of bark. Like these are made curvy by using slabs and stairs, of course, because otherwise they look disconnected.
Hmm.
But the only wood you can actually use good as slabs and stairs is spruce, because the other woods are too light or too dark. If we have dark oak, which is the darkest wood, and oak is the tone just underneath spruce.
Hmm.
And then if we got log, these are the logs we have available. I will just do so these are the different stairs. I think the stairs will just prove my point already. With of course one exception, but and then we get spruce to compare. So you can use the dark oak
Hmm.
in combination with the spruce, but it does look a little bit off.
Yeah, like a lot of moisture has entered the wood.
Yeah, and you can use the dark oak in combination with dark oak log. This does kind of work. Spruce in combination with oak goes pretty well. The regular oak wood is too light for any of them.
Hmm.
Birch is way lighter than oak. And we have I haven't tried acacia in this texture pack too often yet, so we'll, but I think it's too pinkish. So generally speaking, the only slabs you can use are dark oak and spruce.
Hmm.
And then of course we have the newly added strip logs. Which I am a fan of. Spruce, oak, birch, jungle, acacia. Dark oak stripped, spruce is the closest match. Acacia is the closest match. Jungle, then we will have to use jungle as well because that's the only green shade we can use. Which would work for the stripped, but does not work for the regular. Birch stripped can work with birch. Oak stripped can work with oak, but not really well, to be honest. Like, it's definitely lighter than the oak log. I mean, it's You could do it, it's possible, I'm not going to lie. And spruce will be spruce the closest, so then you have to think you will have to come up with like shapes like this. But in small format it's really hard to make it look well. While if we go bigger, and now I'm going to switch to a server again, a really good example is probably, this is pretty straight still, but on bigger scale you can add more depth into a tree trunk.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, I've done these kind of trees because I think the stripped dark oak, sorry, works for it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm going to run to my bed again. Where are you? Right here, added some more foliage down the track already. I have to be careful with my eggs because if I right click on the blocks, I have to replace them again. The thing is, like, from above right now it looks pretty well done already, but if we look from downstairs we can only see, like, vertically speaking, a tiny bit of stone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That means there will probably need to be more stone within the layers working downwards,
Yeah, true.
especially near the edges, because that's the thing that you see the most.
This looks too green. Oh no. Do not turn into flint. Thank you. Going to move my crafting bench. I am going to put a marker here. Ow. If I can add some more coarse dirt. Like here, one. I don't like it being that green. Okay, that's a better one. I'm going to add some more on the other side as well.
Don't forget to keep some spaces
Keep some spaces for it.
for the rest of your trees.
Yeah, true. Well,
Otherwise, you have this really amazing texture, but no more room for having an actual tree.
ow. Into the forest. That's enough for one tree, I guess. Do I want this to be visible, like really visible or just slightly? Because I kind of want people to go out and explore my biome,
Mm.
but I really also want them to be able to see like the interesting parts.
I mean, it depends from which spot is it quite visible.
Well, that is the problem. And there will be a forest here, so
Yeah,
I think the
with the
only
dense forest, the problem is they won't see it unless they actually go exploring.
I'll add some small trails into the forest from animals, but if they do not follow those, they will probably not notice it at all.
It might be then a small Easter egg they can find.
Well, it's not really an Easter egg, but just a cool area.
Hmm. I mean, it's something you see from time to time in nature, and if you don't look at it, you'll miss it.
It just helps make the world way cooler.
Hmm. And seem way more realistic.
Because there is a pretty big chance, like, even when it's done, there is a pretty big chance not more than 6 people will see this area.
Hmm. And from those 6 people, one guy going, "Hey, there's a tree here. It's laying on the ground."
I mean, you guys might be the only ones who ever see this tree. I'm not lying. Well, at least I find it cool and you guys find it cool, so I guess that's what really counts, isn't it?
Hmm.
Actually, along this edge, I kind of want a little bit more spruce trees located as well.
A
But
true artist doesn't care about how many people see his work, but if the people that see his work think his work is good.
to some point, yeah.
Ooh, an armored one.
Yeah, that dude is better armored than me, but
It's a shame he didn't drop something then.
it's already night again. Probably on this side of the hill I'll do no other trees than just the spruce ones.
Mhm.
Given that I have not enough space to like a proper iteration of the transition, but
Yeah, but it's normal. The on a steep mountain flank, there are way more trees, common trees than spruce, because the climate on the side of a hill can be way warmer than the area at the foot.
I came here for shears.
It's really strange how plants influence the microclimate and the other way around.
Going to put the flowers in here as well. Will not you use them at the moment? I know, big boss is there. some more carpet over here.
Hmm. Uh, Honestly, you can't maybe put spruce on the mountain flank, but maybe you can put another spruce sapling. Because it's just small enough space where maybe a sapling might still stand there.
Onto the steeper side, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely do that. I'll have to find this piece of string in to my storage somewhere. Oh, that's enough string. Can work with that. Probably will need more leaves, don't I? Yeah. Okay, so we can have like a little spruceling about here. Oh, I wasn't picking up the leaves because my inventory was full. And we do not want to lose any precious leaves, of course.
Yeah, leaves keep the forest economy running.
Okay, time to drop some stuff in the boxes because I got an unbreaking blow for a skeleton.
That's actually handy.
I'm almost out of gravel.
Now we've reached the shrubberies,
Hmm.
the transition.
Yeah, I'm making them more apart already. So this will likely be the entering of the spruce. And I'll try to gradually add more green in between.
Mhm.
The tree kinda does look odd when it's like out on its own, but in here it looks really good. Uh, I think I may have to try and collect some gravel soon. Oh, alright. Okay, that one has to stay chopped down. Put this one. All right. Quickly going to pick the shear up, get some more leaves, and make some more of the pre-planted trees. All right. A quick look on the dynamap. And we need spruce logs and more leaves again. Alright. Alright, and this is the last pre-planted tree, I think. I think for now will probably be it. We're quickly going to sleep. We're going to put on our up our shaders and take a walk around. So we're going to go to video settings, we're going to put our shaders back on. Just record a whole long quit without recording. Oof. Now, can we get like a good shot of the area? So this is what we have done today, boys. And I think with this, we will probably wind it up right here.
It looks really good already.
Yeah, I really like it. It's just a shame it's still so small. This tiny speck is 3 hours of work already, at least. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Horse Scrimby. And thank you
No
guys
problem.
for watching as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night.